Hi everyone, welcome to Math with Miss Call. Today we are going to divide decimals by a decimal. So this is a review of what we did in class. So let's take a look at this problem. So we have 3 and 64 hundredths divided by 1 and 3 tenths. So I will set this up with 3 and 64 hundredths as my dividend, and then 1 and 3 tenths as my divisor, okay? Remember, we can only divide by a whole number divisor. So we are making this into a whole number. The way that we do that is we are going to multiply this entire problem by 10. So when I take 1.3 and I multiply that by 10, 10 has one extra place value in it, which means I'm going to slide that decimal one place value over, okay? So when I slide this over, I now don't have 1.3 anymore. I have 13. So when I slide over my decimal on the divisor outside, I have to also slide it one time on my dividend inside. So again, we really multiplied the 1.3 times 10, and then we multiplied the 3.64 times 10. But what we're doing is we're going to do that like slide, slide, and then raise it and divide. Again, I like to recopy my problem because this to me looks very messy right now, and I don't want to miss any of my decimals. So I'm going to recopy my problem. Now I have 36 and 4 tenths divided by 13. And I'm just going to erase this part so I have some space. So now we are going to raise this decimal straight up, and now we can divide. So can 13 go into 3? Nope, it cannot. How many times can 13 go into 36? Well, I'm going to use some mental math here. I know that 12 times 3 is 36. So 13 times 3 would be more than 36. So it can only go in 2 times. And again, if you don't know that, you do your side work. You start doing 13 plus 13, and you're going to get 26. If you added another 13, you would get 39, which is too much. Okay? So we want 2 groups of 13. When we multiply, we're going to get 26. We are going to subtract 36 minus 26. We will get 10. Again, it's smaller than 13, so that means we're on the right track. And now we're just going to start over. So I'm going to bring down my 4, and then we'll divide again. So how many 13s can go into 104? Well, you can keep adding 13s here, okay? Or I'm going to do a little mental math. I'm going to say like 13 times 10 is 130. So obviously that's too much. So 13 times 9, this looks to be less than that, than 130. So I'm going to just guess. I'm going to guess 13 times 7, okay? 7 times 3 is 21. 7 times 1 is 7, plus 2 is 9. So I got 91. So let me add another 13. Oh, there we go. So I had 8 of them. So 8 groups of 13 is 104, and then I get a remainder of 0. Okay? So we'll take a look at one more where we have a double slide situation. Okay? So again, I'm going to write this out. I'll write it over here. I have 1 and 56 hundredths divided by 26 hundredths. So this time, when I multiply this by 10, I slide my decimal one time. Do I have a whole number yet, or do I still have a decimal? Okay, I still have 2.6 now. So that's not a whole number. So I need to slide this one 2 times. So what I did is I actually multiplied that by 100. Okay, so now I have 26. Because I slided 2 times outside of my divisor, I have to slide 2 times inside on my dividend. So when I rewrite my problem now, I have 26 as a divisor and 156 as my dividend, okay? So now the divisor's big, so that's what makes it a little trickier. So we're going to try to use some numbers that are easy for us. So 26 cannot go into 1, 26 cannot go into 15. So I just have to figure out how many 26s are in 156. So I know 26 is close to 25. So if I count like quarters, I would say 25, 50, 75, 100 or dollar, 125, 150. So that'll give me about 6. So I'm going to double check on the side over here. 6 times 6 is 36. 6 times 2 is 12. 13, 14, 15. Well, look at that. So 6 times is 156. And we subtract, we have no remainder and no extra numbers. So our answer is just 6.